I'm a straight man, and I'm sitting here today. It's June the 2nd, and I just want to know. I'm being real honest here. I'm going to give an opportunity for the homosexuals, the lesbians, the bisexuals, the transgenders, the queers, and plus, which means everything. Why do y'all need a month to celebrate it? I'm straight, right? So I like women. I've never needed a parade to explain that I like women. I've never needed an entire month for people to celebrate the fact that I like it. It's just never been something that I've needed. I find a woman, I like her, I have sex with her. I guess that's my pride parade. I guess that's my celebration. I don't know. Why can y'all just not do what you need to do in peace? I'm genuinely asking because pride cometh before the fall. Pride is a deadly sin. Pride, frankly, I don't need people to know who I'm.
Pride Month. Well, what are we celebrating? First of all, how about we don't celebrate pride? Pride's a cardinal sin. And you might say, well, they don't mean pride. They mean it's a group of oppressed people, and now they're just finding their identity and they're getting some security in that identity. And so what they mean by pride is security in that identity. It's like the word's pride. That's the word that was chosen. And it's pride in relationship, as far as I can tell, to nothing but hedonistic self-gratification. It's like your identity is going to be your sexual desire. That's your identity, your sexual desire. So that means you've reduced your identity to the most immature and hedonistic part of you, the part that would exploit someone else for your own gratification, for example, the part that would exploit you for your own gratification. And now that's your identity. And now that's what we celebrate. Yeah, no, that's a very bad idea.
What's going on, everyone? So screen here today. I want to talk about Pride Month. Yes, Pride Month, an entire month dedicated to one group's sexuality, screaming it about it being about equality when in reality no other sexual preference does this, right? And this is the kind of I don't know if it's just me, but I'm starting to feel like people are starting to get a little um not so caring about Pride Month. I think people are becoming either neutral on Pride Month, don't really care about Pride Month that much. I think the only people who care about LGBTQ or Pride Month stuff are like Democrats and the LGBTQ people themselves. But anyone who's not really political don't really care about Pride Month. And people are starting to call it out equally so, right? Because if if gay rights is all about being treated equally, right? Then why are you getting something that even straight people never got? No one's celebrated for being straight. No one's celebrated for, LGBTQ now. Pride Month is everything under the sun that's not straight. Everything else is celebrated, but not the not the sexual, I guess, preferences that created all kinds of people in the world. Without straight people, gay people wouldn't exist, but we're celebrating LGBTQ stuff. And for me, even asking this question, people may in the comment section may call me homophobic, but I'm not scared to ask questions. I'm a very skeptical person. I'm like, okay, if you're about equality, why are you getting something that no other group has gotten? Right? It's the same thing I make. It's the same argument, and this is this is where a lot of people who try to characterize people who say this stuff as homophobic. I say the same thing about Black History Month. Why are we getting a specific month for one race of people? Why we ain't doing it for the Mexicans? Why we ain't doing it for the Asians? Now they're doing it, but okay, where's white people? Where's White People History Month coming out? When Jewish History Month is coming out? Yeah, I don't have history months for those two groups, but we have it for Hispanic. We have it for blacks. How does that make sense? You're causing like a difference, and this is what I'm talking about. Like you're asking for preferential treatment. You're asking for more privileges than someone else. And God forbid someone say, "Hey, we want a straight Pride Month." Y'all call that homophobic. Y'all call that you're minimizing Pride Month. LGBTQ people have the audacity to equate their struggles with the civil rights struggles when all they wanted was to be validated and recognized by the state. That's what gay marriage is all about: recognition and validation. Tell me I'm lying in the comment section if you disagree. And I'm starting to see a lot of people online asking this question, and that's why I made the video. I think, hey, we're 3 days in. right? Pride Month is kind of like pushed on us, highlighted on us. And this is why I said that wokeism is like a religion. This is a religion. Because if I bet you, if there was a whole month dedicated to the Christian faith, let's say it was Christian month, and we were celebrating everything's Bible theme, and every day corporations are pushing biblical religious messaging throughout all their social media and all their channels and making it highlighted in all their corporate emails, atheists and people and non-religious people will have a problem with that. But when you flip it and you say, "Oh, we're doing Pride Month," for some reason it doesn't register the same way. And this is the hypocrisy that I call out consistently. Sorry. Biden trashed for Pride Month post defending child mutilation. Sorry. And the results are in. Sweden, all these other countries, they're stopping this stuff. They're stopping puberty blockers, all this surgery. They're realizing all the negative ramifications for this stuff. But Biden continues to defend this stuff as part of Pride Month. And as you saw from the intro, Jordan Peterson said, you're just registering a hedonistic lifestyle. It doesn't really mean anything. Like, it's not about equality. You chose pride for a reason. And I find it almost sickening in a way. Like, yo, like, so your whole identity is your sexuality? There's nothing else about you? And also, the reason I want to talk about it is because, they got protested. There's an intersectional showdown we all been waiting for. Grab some popcorn, where you got the pro-Palestine people and then you got the Pride Month people all fighting for recognition, essentially. And this is what Pride Month is all about. It's about validation. It's about being treated special than everyone else. Because criticisms you make of straight pride, right? Straight people, you make that same criticism about gay people, and then all of a sudden you're homophobic. It's extremely bizarre that the Department of Education, which is charged with administrating federal assistance in educating children, as in under 18-year-olds, will promote and celebrate a celebration of sexuality and sexual behavior. I agree with this. No kids under 13 years old have no idea what they're sexually attracted to. And I believe the U.S. Department of Education, this is one of the reasons many people like me who want to homeschool our kids, who want an alternative way of education, has a problem with the U.S. Department of Education, because the U.S. Department of Education is too ideological. Many people in that department overwhelmingly are Democrat, are overwhelmingly creating curriculums that push left-wing views, social emotional learning. They push all this little trendy stuff and they want to push it into classrooms, talking about the environment when later on, maybe tomorrow, I have videos that challenges those arguments, right? Every student should feel safe attending school in America, free from discrimination and valued for who they are, except if they're Christian people, right? Let a Christian come in here with biblical like symbolisms on him and see how fast he get kicked out of class. Oh, we don't support political messaging here, but you have a BLM flag in the classroom. This is what I'm talking about. This is how the government plays. Like, socialists talk about it all the time. He who controls the children controls the future. And there's some, like, you think I'm lying. There's some arguments here to be made about the social conditioning of the youth. This is why a lot of parents don't like this stuff being pushed, because we believe it's being artificially created. Sorry you saw this, but there's a new data shows that nearly 30% of Gen Z adults identify as LGBTQ. So what does that mean? Could it be social contagion? And that's an argument that the left does not want to have. They don't want to have this argument. They don't want to have this debate, because they know this is what it's about. If you push an idea on impressionable children, they're more susceptible to that lifestyle. And that's an argument that they'll not have anything, no really answer for, especially if there's no gay gene they haven't been able to find. So they can't even make the argument that this is natural. They can, but there's not enough evidence to really make it unquestionable, right? But God forbid, and these are the same people who get mad at conservatives and parents who don't want their kids exposed to sexual material. They want to ban these transgender books. And they say, oh, you're banning books in class. You shouldn't be allowed to ban information. Oh, okay. Let's play devil advocate. Amazon banned books that have made the argument that being gay is a mental illness. Should those books be unbanned then? Since you want to make this argument, right? And this is the funny part with liberals. Based on their criteria, they want to dictate what's banned material and what's not banned material. So showing sexual explicit books, a lot of these LGBTQ books are overtly sexual, because we saw it in the intro. Pride about what? What you're prideful about as a gay person? Your sexuality. So that means if you're going to teach about LGBTQ, it's inherently sexual because your sexuality is your whole identity, apparently. Just like I don't make my race my whole identity, it's the opposite with Pride Month. You make your whole sexuality your identity. Yet, yet if your sexuality is your whole identity, you don't allow straight people to celebrate their sexuality. Make it make sense? Like, make it make sense. You want special treatment. That's what Pride Month is about. Special treatment. Hey, look, we have the power in society. We have the social influences in society. That's what Pride Month is all about. It's to flex the LGBTQ's power. That's why they call you. This is why I nickname you guys the Rainbow Mafia. You flexing your power. You flexing your influence. Look at all these powerful people that cater to us. They don't cater to you like this. And this is why you're starting to get some pushback. The young are regarded as the most tolerant generation. That's why results of this LGBTQ surveys are alarming. There's results coming out that a large amount of young people are growing less tolerant of LGBTQ individuals. You know why? Because of Pride Month. Because of stuff like this. You're flexing in our face that you're better than us because you're gay. That's the impression that comes across. And if you don't think you're better than us gay people, okay, let us have our own month. How about you stop celebrating your sexuality and just live a normal life like everyone else and stop making your sexuality the core of your existence? You can't do that. Stop trying to seek validation from children. Children don't need to validate you. You need to validate yourself and keep it pushing. That's a lot of criticism a lot of people are having. A jarring turn of a generation traditionally considered embracing and open, a survey released Monday shows. The number of Americans 18 to 34 who are comfortable interacting with LGBTQ people slipped from 53% in 2017 to 45% in 2018. That means majority of Gen Z people, of young people, are not comfortable being around LGBTQ individuals. And it's not because they're homophobic. It's not because of all that. It's because of the way that LGBTQ people are carrying themselves right now in society. Y'all so blatant in our face trying to sexualize children, right? Don't say gay bill when the bill was never about you. You're crying about how Florida's less gay friendly, and you're spreading misproper. What restrictions would those be? LOL. Dave Rubin, gay guy, he lives in Florida. Very hard to take a news organization seriously when they use left-wing, wildly inaccurate language to describe a bill that not has mentioned gay not one time in its title, but you're calling it the Don't Say Gay bill. This is the kind of stuff people are getting tired of. I'm tired of getting treated like a second-class citizen in my own country. I'm tired of, hey, when people have respect for the nuclear family, that you need to bring down straightness to uplift gayness. And this is the problem that a lot of people are having, that people see this as propaganda. People seeing this as, you're trying to push a lifestyle on my children who are the most impressionable in society. Here's Kevin Sober, I think that's how you say his name. And I like this video about how Pride Month may be a strategic way of getting people to change cultural norms, right? Like there's a wise saying, if you have to normalize it, then maybe in the first place it's not normal. And this is what's going on. They're trying to do a little normalization operation on the mindset and the norms of society. Let's take a look at his video.
Well, it's June again, and corporations have broken the record for sneaking pride into just about everything they can. You and I know better than to buy into their narrative, but do you know for sure that your kids do too? Or is there anything that could persuade them to change their mind? There's another important holiday getting erased in there somewhere. Oh, Father's Day. And that's intentional. The last thing the forces behind their decaying culture want is to celebrate strong families and strong fathers. That's why I stand behind what Brave Books is doing. I can't wait to bring you my latest book, The Bare Essentials of Father.
So this is the fight for the education of children. That's why I said department. That's why I opened up with Department of Education. What is the Department of Education doing? They're showing, oh, look, we celebrate gay pride. We get all this stuff. But then they pick and choose where they do gay pride because they know where they can get away with it and where they can't. They want to pretend that, oh, America's so homophobic. But BMW, they could put the rainbow flag in our Western societies and jurisdictions. But why you haven't displayed this logo of pride on your Middle East post? That means it's conditional. The support is conditional. Oh, we can get away with it here, but we can't get away over there. Special treatment, right? But they don't care about that. Gay people don't care about that. They care about flexing their muscle, right? But God forbid, we make memes saying, hey, celebrate straight pride. It's natural. It has worked for thousands of years, and you can make babies. Homophobic. Celebrating my sexuality is homophobic. And so what is yours? Homosexual individual? If you're celebrating your thing and essentially there's no difference. It's just the change of sexuality. Then are you straight phobic? Are you jealous? Are you envious? Like what's going on? And this is what it's all about. And then for my final point, and then I'll end it off with this clip. People need to understand that tolerance is a two-way street. It's insane to run around demanding everyone be hyper tolerant of you when you're hyper intolerant towards them. So you expect straight people to be tolerant of you having your own month, but then we're like, hey, we want to be celebrated. Hey, we want to feel special. Hey, we want to have corporations celebrating our family structure. No, we can't do that. No, it's homophobic to do that. Oh, you're trying to minimize the struggles of Pride Month or LGBTQ people. When look, I'm at this point where I don't really care anymore. I just care that you stop pushing it in our face. And I think this is why younger generations are less tolerant of this stuff, because we're seeing it. Like you guys are getting almost arrogant. Like your egos are getting too big. Like we all just supposed to roll over. Like tolerance is not submission. We're not going to teach our kids this stuff. You can live your life. You can live it openly, freely, whatever. But don't tread on me. Don't push it on my kid when I'm not ready for my kid to be exposed to those ideas. And that's the problem a lot of people are having with the LGBTQ community of the rainbow mafia. Because it seems like they want to be validated by everyone. And they can't stand that there's some people who are indifferent to their lifestyle. Like, we don't care. I think the worst thing that LGBTQ people actually fear is no one caring about LGBTQ or being indifferent to LGBTQ. I think that's their biggest fear. They rather have people hate them because they're gay than people being indifferent because they're gay. And I think that's the purpose of Pride Month. To constantly put in their face that, hey, look, we're a victim class. You got to look out for us. We're a marginalized group. You got to keep looking out for us. It's a way to flex victimhood. But, they're clashing with protesters for Palestine. So it looks like it's a fight for who's the biggest victim. Who's the biggest victim? Right? And here's a clip I wanted to end off this video, and then I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Don Jr. is going to talk about the way that left-wing ideology has spread into our institutions and have conditioned the youth towards left-wing ideology, left-wing thought. People think, oh, I'm atheist. It's just a part of my environment, or it's my own rationalization. No, you've been conditioned to think that way. I always point out how the left has an anti-religious bias because they've been taught by the leftists. Communists hate religion because communists believe that religion will get in the way of you doing what's necessary, doing immoral acts to get your way. That's what religion's an obstacle to that. The ends justifying the means, because this is their way. Look, let's listen into the clip, and then I'll give my final thoughts at the end.
Apathy has caused us a lot of problems, especially on the conservative side. Hey, we run businesses and we do these sorts of things, and we want to spend time with our families on all noble things and important, but we have to take the initiative to get involved at every level of these things, because the left has taken over every major institution in our country that controls. I mean, what they've done in education, manipulating our children, what they've done in entertainment, oftentimes the same thing. It can't stand if we actually want to have a future. Our kids, they graduate. There's high schools with higher districts. No one can read or do math, but they know the 4,376 genders. And I imagine since this interview started, there's probably another 15 that I haven't included that, so I don't want to be labeled.
And that's true. That's true. The kids are educated to know all the political messaging, all the political propaganda, all the political stances. They know what LGBTQ is. They know what climate change. They know about BLM. They know about social justice. They know about anti-racism. But they don't know any practical knowledge and skills that actually benefit them and their community. They don't know how to fix a car. They don't know how to do math. They don't know how to read and be literate. They don't know how to critically think and process and problem solve. All they know is who to obey, who's the authority, who to listen to, and then regurgitate talking points, making them more susceptible to what? Propaganda, the media's messaging. You can't deny that's not the case. And then you wonder why 30% of Gen Z adults identify as LGBTQ. You saw the Department of Education is pushing the messaging. They're pushing this, oh, look, you can be treated special too, because it's the victimhood hierarchy. I did a video I did a reaction to Matt Walsh's video about the victimhood hierarchy. Pride Month is trying to flex the idea that if you're a non-straight person, you have higher social status than a straight person. This is what Pride Month is all about. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'll be interested to hear what you guys think about Pride Month. Do you agree with the stats that's been coming out? Are you Gen Z and you can agree with the poll saying, yeah, I can see why majority of our generation are not as comfortable with the LGBTQ community? Is it because of some of the things I outlined here, or is there other reasons for it? I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate you guys watching to end the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.